Good afternoon, Pep. I don't know if you've seen, maybe not, Romelu Lukaku's done an interview and he said that it's time now for players to take matters into their own hands if they're subjected to racist abuse on the pitch by walking off. He says, as I say, it's time for players to take the matters into their own hands now. Do you think that it is now the time for players to do that?
Not just the players, and everywhere. In the schools, in the families. Of course, we are public people, especially the players, and I said many times, so as a group, as a football group or at clubs, we take a decision, of course we're going to support it.
Liverpool obviously won again last night. They are currently on course to beat your record points total in the Premier League. The way they're playing, the way they keep on winning, can you see that happening this year?
Yeah, it can happen. The records always are there to be broken. So we break it when someone could not think we could be breaking before. So sooner or later it's going to happen this season and in the future. The history speaks clearly about that.
Can you see anyone beating them at the moment?
Sorry?
Can you see anyone beating them at the moment?
Liverpool?
Yeah.
Well, it's not easy. So always they found a way to win games.
And just finally from me, Laporte, great to see him back, obviously. How was his comeback? How did he come through?
Well, it's good. We played a little bit more than 70 minutes for the first game. He played well, but that's it. So he's not going to solve all the problems that we have. He's not going to give us an extra what we have. So, but it's one more player that we have, and when we believe we can use him, we're going to use him.
Pep, what do you expect from Fulham? Because they're going very well in the Championship. They're in the fight to be promoted back to the Premier League. Do you think maybe they could make some changes for this FA Cup game with the league position?
I don't think so, because the next game is in 6-7 days. So if they would have a game after 2-3 days, maybe, but I don't think so. It's going to don't put in the game the best team as possible. So, and when one team is the third in the, in the Championship, it's because something they are there. It's the same manager like last season when we play away, and it's a team who want to play. Is a team with personality. So we spoke about that with the team, and hopefully we can be ready, because it's a final. So FA Cup is important competition, traditional competition, and we have to try to do our best.
Does that mean you have to be careful with your team selection as well?
It doesn't matter when the team is fit, all of them. It doesn't matter what plays. The selection is good. So it's not about this one or the other one. So always when I put a team, it's because they have the obligation, the responsibility to try to win the game. It doesn't matter what is my selection.
Pep, you spoke quite extensively last week about the demands placed on the players. You're coming up to the first winter break in this country. Have you decided what you and your squad are going to do during that 2 weeks?
A few days off, and after train again. 3-4 days off, and after we're going to train again to prepare Leicester, Madrid, Arsenal, in the future.
Are you going to train here, or are you going
here?
Did you think about going somewhere warmer?
Oh yeah, but I want the guys to stay with the families and themselves, and after come back. No, this case I decided to be here.
Pep, is there any injury update on anybody? Is everybody ready?
Yeah, except Leroy. The other ones are good.
Hi, Pep. About the penalty takers, do you have any decision made yet?
Yeah.
Can you share?
No.
You mentioned Edison, the best on trainings. Did you talk to him about this possibility?
No.
No. Do you think he's got the confidence to be, if it's the one that you've chosen?
He has to take a penalty, he's going to take it, yeah. He has no problems.
Hi, Pep.
In previous cup games, Claudio has played. Is he likely to be playing on Sunday?
It could be.
Okay, and just on Fulham, what do you know of their style of play? Because some people have said it's similar to your own.
Sorry?
Fulham's style of play, some people have said it's similar to your own. So just wondering what you think of Fulham.
I don't know. I will not be. I don't know. What I saw is a really good team. I like the way they play. And the result speaks for themselves, and it's not easy to be relegated and the year after being there. I think it speaks quite well about the manager and the team.
Hi Pep, you mentioned with Laporte there, he's not going to solve all the problems you've got. I know you've won most of your games recently, so it's not that there are a lot of problems, but what would you say those problems are?
He's a guy who helps us to do our build-up easier. And when that's happened, we lose less balls, we concede less counterattacks, and that's why we are more stable. And basically it's that. So he's a guy who is strong in the air, is fast, and a special personality, and his attributes can help us to be a better team.
Yeah, but sorry, you said there are problems that he can't help. So what are those problems?
He cannot or cannot?
Yeah, that he cannot help.
So
what are those problems?
That, for example, when we play good, we don't need him. So when we play good, in most of the cases it happened this season as well. So he cannot help us because it was good. That was the reason why of my answer.
So there's nothing else?
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Also, with Laporte back now, someone like Harwood Bellis drops down the order of central defenders. He's probably behind Eric Garcia at the moment. Is there any chance of him going out on loan
No.
before?
Impossible. Eric Garcia is not going to move.
No, sorry, Harwood Bellis.
Harwood Bellis. Well, we didn't speak about that, but no. I think he's going to stay at the end of the season because maybe we need him for the second team. I don't know if he has offers. If come an offer from Premier League, maybe we could consider it about that for his, development as a player, but I don't have info about that.
Some of the players that played in the second team at Scunthorpe the other week in the EFL Trophy seem to struggle against physical players. Do you think some of those younger players would benefit from going out to the lower divisions for a short time?
The best for the big players, the players of the second team, is going to as high team as possible, so you can play in the Premier League is better than Championship. And the physicality is normal when you play this competition and play with the guys at 26, 27 or 30 years old. Normally they are physical, stronger and fun, because they are still the boys, the kids. So that is normal. So the problem with the second team, as I said many times, is the competition they play for itself is not really consistent to their development. That is the only thing. Could be better, but the competition is what it is. So, but it's normal. So, 18 guys with the 17, 18 years old, it's normal when you play in other divisions. They will be. So, and we'll see. Each player has different perspective. Each player has different approach to be treated. That is what I think.
Hi Pep, over here. You spoke earlier this week about eliminating competitions, possibly the League Cup, to ease the fixture burden on players. I'm presuming that you have a lot of respect for the FA Cup, and do you feel that it's had a difficult press recently? It's come under fire, but do you think it needs to be protected at all costs in terms of its prestige and what it means to football fans?
No. With the people you asked me in January, the end of January, not in Christmas times, in January, maybe because Harry Kane and Rashford is injured, and it's affected for the national team for England. My opinion about that, the less games yesterday, Mane was injured again, and Vardy is injured. It's all muscular. And when that happens, it's because they are tired. So there is not another reason why. So Laporte injured for months is a kick unlucky situation, but that's happened. I'm not saying what the FA has to do. So when I said my comment, I never expect the Carabao Cup or FA Cup was going to be a substitute, because what is this nice of this country is how you maintain the traditions, and in the traditions you can involve some new things, to make the competition nicer, but all the traditions are there, not just in sports, in culture, in society, and that is top. my point of view. I admire that. So Carabao Cup is going to play, and FA Cup is going to play. Maybe we could cancel the replays. Maybe we could be less games in Championship, for example, less teams in Championship or less teams in the Premier League. But never when you ask me, I come here. You ask me a question, I'd be honest. I try to be honest to answer my question. But I don't think what they have to do because it's not my business. My business try to do my team better day by day. And when they decide to play this game, the other game, the other game, and the other game, we do it. For me, it's not normal to play 27 and 29. You need 4 days. 4 days. The people say that, the doctors, the physiologic people, you need 4 days to recover 80% of the effort you have played before. Imagine in 2 days, and after 3 more days, and after 4 days. That is too much. But they are not going to change. I know that. So we are going to play next season this amount of games, and you're going to be the same injuries. And because after European Cup for the national teams, they have 2-3 weeks or 1 month to do that, and after we're going to play again and again and again, and it's going to happen because it's important for the English football, the Carabao Cup before the League One, or Capital, I don't know the name exactly, and FA Cup and the Premier Leagues and whatever. So, and after that, I cannot say more.